Just take my foot off the brake?
Yep.
Tesla's billionaire CEO is resentful, constantly reminding his opponents of their previous battles. Elon Musk rarely forgets. And Tesla's TSLA, get Tesla Inc. report billionaire CEO never forgets those who have fought against him or his companies. He reminds them of the disputes that have pitted them against each other to ensure they don't forget. There's no schadenfreude here, their difficulties do not amuse him. But he frequently and sharply points out those difficulties. He has now reignited his rivalry with Henrik Fisker, the star automobile designer. So, what started this feud in the first place? And what prompted Elon Musk to remind Henrik Fisker of their previous battles? Welcome to the Tesla News Hangout. Today, we'll talk about how Elon Musk reminded Henrik Fisker of their previous battles, why he reminded him, and how their last battle began. So, let's get started. Fisker Automotive and Tesla Motors are two of the most notable new automaker startups. What would eventually become Tesla Motors was founded 10 years ago by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Elon Musk, who had recently sold his stake in PayPal to eBay, soon joined them. The objective was to produce an electric sports car based on the T0 concept from AC Propulsion, ACP. The trio of tech entrepreneurs accepted the challenge because ACP was uninterested in investing the enormous effort necessary to mass produce the insanely quick and emission-free roadster. Since starting from scratch in the automotive industry, they decided to adopt a lot of current technology for the Tesla Roadster. ACP led the way in licensing some of its technology. J.B. Straubel, chief technology officer, and his team followed suit because there were no producers of lithium-ion cells made explicitly for automotive applications. Despite being somewhat volatile, they used the same tried and true lithium cobalt oxide cells that power millions of laptop computers. Despite the battery's propensity for spontaneous combustion, manufacturers like Panasonic knew how to mass produce them. To monitor their condition, Tesla engineers devised a packaging strategy. Instead of creating a new platform, Tesla collaborated with Lotus to adapt Elise's remarkably lightweight yet strong aluminum chassis. The Elise architecture, built from riveted and bonded aluminum extrusions, stampings, and castings, was easily stretched to meet various requirements. In Tesla's case, the wheelbase was lengthened to accommodate a slightly longer cabin and the mid-mounted battery pack. While the production Roadster shared only a few parts with the Elise, modifying its DNA allowed Tesla to create a relatively robust debut entry into the market, even if the launch was 2 years late and well over budget. With Karma, Henrik Fisker took a decidedly different approach. After working with none other than Tesla, he founded his company in late 2007. Tesla hired Fisker's design firm to create its second vehicle, which evolved into the Model S. Fisker is no stranger to the auto industry, having previously worked as a designer at BMW and Aston Martin before launching Fisker Coach Build. Fisker and his colleagues decided to jump in and design an all-new vehicle from the ground up, with a new powertrain architecture and many parts from suppliers new to the automotive industry. The Karma was built on a plug-in series hybrid architecture similar to what General Motors was working on for the Chevrolet Volt. As a range extender, one of the few major components sourced from a known high-volume supplier was the 2.0-liter turbocharged GM 4-cylinder. The electric motors for the Karma were supplied by Fisker automotive investor Quantum Technologies, which had automotive experience primarily as a supplier for low-volume research projects such as fuel cell vehicles. Of course, the battery pack is the most important component of any plug-in vehicle. Until recently, no company had built large-scale lithium-ion batteries for high-volume automotive applications. Fisker eventually landed with A123 Systems, an afterthought on the Volt program, after jumping from advanced lithium power to Enertol. A123 had some promising technology, but its lack of experience in the automotive space was one of the reasons GM chose LG Chem for the Volt. So, while Tesla used proven battery technology from dependable suppliers in a new application, Fisker went all in with new technology from an unknown source in a new product from an unknown company. A lot of things could and did go wrong. Essential development work began in early 2006, long before GM revealed the Volt concept to the public in January 2007. GM awarded battery development contracts to LG Chem and A123 within a few months. GM already had the prototype packs in its lab by the end of October of that year. The Volt had accumulated tens of thousands of hours of charge and discharge cycles on hundreds of batteries in the lab and vehicles by the time it went on sale in late 2010. That proved to be the kind of progress that can only be made by continuously testing many batteries. Tesla's testing was on a much smaller scale, but by the time the Roadster went on sale, it had more than 3 years of experience and another 4 years by the time the first Model S was delivered. Fisker debuted the first design mock-up of the Karma in Detroit in January 2008, followed by a slightly more complete version a year later. Henrik Fisker was still claiming that Karma deliveries would begin by the end of the year in 2009, even though no fully functional prototype existed. A123 systems didn't even come up in the conversation until mid-2009. Every automaker that has worked with plug-in vehicles, not to mention Boeing with its recent experience with the 787, will confirm that those batteries require a lot of testing in various conditions. This is to verify durability and understand how they work so that they aren't overcharged or discharged. There is no substitute for the time and effort required to carry out that testing. Even Tesla, which has been remarkably consistent thus far, has had issues with some Roadster batteries bricking after being wholly discharged and left to sit. It was evident to almost everyone who wasn't connected to Fisker that customers wouldn't be receiving Karmas for Christmas in 2009 due to the apparent uncertainty regarding battery suppliers. When Fisker finally received its first operational prototypes in mid-2009, the installed battery type was unknown. Fisker, however, was unable to conduct even a fraction of the battery testing that Tesla undoubtedly conducted with A123 batteries due to its limited resources. When Martin Eberhard was still at the helm of Tesla in early 2007, he explained his and his partner's strategy. Before Tesla, most attempts at developing electric vehicles focused on less expensive commuter cars that would appeal to the most ardent environmentalists. Any automaker will tell you that making money on cheap cars is extremely difficult. A business as capital-intensive as car manufacturing cannot be sustained without significant cash flow. After examining other high-end sports cars, Tesla realized that customers in that segment were frequently willing to put up with some annoyances in exchange for an enjoyable driving experience. The Tesla team expected some early setbacks despite their lack of prior auto industry experience. Because Eberhard and Musk entered this project solely to create some electric sports cars, the first phase came together smoothly. Once they started working on the Roadster, which was always intended to be a lower-volume toy, the plan was to use the revenue to fund the development of less expensive, higher-volume mainstream models, then gradually move downmarket. While Tesla struggled and nearly ran out of cash on several occasions, timely infusions from investors, Daimler, and later Toyota kept it going. Despite widespread skepticism and product delays, Tesla stuck to its original plan. While the Roadster's successor, codenamed White Star, was supposed to go on sale in 2009, Model S deliveries didn't begin until mid-2012. It has since received widespread acclaim and numerous awards. Henrik Fisker announced his high-priced green car, the Fisker Karma, shortly after delivering a design for Tesla's Model S sedan. Tesla filed a lawsuit, alleging that Fisker stole ideas and trade secrets before selling Tesla an inferior design. The suit was eventually dismissed, and Fisker was awarded $1,144,385.03 in attorney's fees and costs. But the growing rivalry between these two eco-luxury sports startups remains. Now, the mercurial billionaire CEO has reignited their feud by slamming Fisker, whose new company will start producing electric SUVs in November. Musk's tweet was in response to a report that Karma Automotive was suing some of its former executives after they left to work for EV startup, DeLorean. Karma Automotive, based in Irvine, California, purchased the assets of the former Fisker Automotive following its bankruptcy in 2013 and the resignation of Henrik Fisker. Nonetheless, the Rivero, the company's flagship model, is based on Henrik's design. Musk responded in a tweet, saying, "How ironic, that's what Henrik Fisker did to Tesla in 2007. Karma is a bitch." That's all from this video. What do you believe will occur? Will Elon Musk and Henrik Fisker's feud continue? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, where we talk about Tesla and electric vehicles. While you're at it, hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. I'll see you at the next one.
And we are revealing the Fisker Ocean electric SUV.